Hi there, I'm Kieran from ESPC chartered firm Maloco Mowat Parker. Coming in. So we've just entered the client's property. Some agents at this point like to have a look round. What we like to do at this stage is grab a quick seat with the client and just go through their journey, their expectations and what they're looking to do. And again, that's going to inform us as valuers and how we manage that presentation going forward. So we'll head into the living room and we'll grab a quick chat. So as I said, at this stage, we would like to grab 5-10 minutes with the client just to assess what their needs are and how we can help them along the process. As valuers, obviously one of our primary goals is to value the property, but more importantly, as an ESPC member agent, we're there to give them information. And the more that we can learn from the client at this stage, the easier that process is going to be. We'd like to find out why they're looking to move. Have they found something else? Or are they looking to put the property on the market first? If they have found something, again, as solicitors, is that something that we can help them with along the process? We can know interest, we can offer for them, but if they're looking to put the property on the market first, then again, we can tailor the valuation and the presentation accordingly. In terms of sitting down with the client, we'd obviously like to know how long they've lived here for, have many alterations to the property, and again, just to make sure that the notes that we obtained before coming to the valuation are correct. And after that, we'd like to have a look around the house. Again, we would like it if the client was to follow us around the property. It just makes the conversation flow slightly better. We can get that information firsthand from them. But again, if the client would prefer for us to have a look around ourselves at that point, that's absolutely fine. So in terms of the property that we are having a look at today, it's a 4-bedroom detached built circa 2003, built in colloquially known as Dunfermline's Eastern Expansion or Dulwich Park. Again, incredibly popular, not just with local buyers moving up market into that 4-bedroom family home market, but in particular, we've seen a huge influx of sellers selling across in Edinburgh, finding value for money and easy commuter routes to get back to Edinburgh for the days they need to be in the office. This house was purchased a few years ago. It's had some upgrades carried out to it. So let's go and have a further look around the property. So this is the breakfast kitchen of the property. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this property was built circa 2003, not that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but we typically can find at this level of the market is original kitchens and bathrooms 20 years on can start to look a little bit dated. So what the owner's done here is obviously upgraded to a high quality kitchen. And when we're looking around the property, all of that will factor into the value. So while we're in the kitchen, we'll have a quick look at the garden. We've obviously got the French doors here leading out. Now, when we're having a look outside the property, obviously particularly at gardens, one of the major aspects we're always looking at is what way does the garden face. Again, incredibly important to some buyers when they're looking, and then other aspects in terms of obviously the condition of the garden, but more importantly, is the garden overlooked? If we look at this one, obviously nothing behind us here, so a really nice space for being outside when the weather's a little bit warmer in the summer. So we've moved upstairs into the property now. So we'll take you into one of the bedrooms here. So again, when we're preparing for any valuation, one of the most important aspects that we're always looking at is house type and number of bedrooms. That's going to inform us before coming to the valuation with the type of comparable sales that we want to be looking at. And the ESPC members portal gives us a wide range of sales, all within recent times, that we can bring out to a client to have a look at, and helps just inform the client as to the likely valuation of the property. In terms of inside bedrooms, we're obviously looking at space. Is the bedroom double? Is it single? We're also looking at condition. Are there any small little aspects that are easy for a client to fix that's going to help with the final valuation of the property? Do they have space for freestanding furniture? Or again, in particular, like this property, do they have integrated wardrobe space, which is always a massive help, particularly among families. So one of the last rooms that we'll typically finish on is the family bathroom. We'll go and have a quick look inside. In this property in particular, what we're looking for is firstly the condition and the size of the bathroom. Do we have a simple 3-piece suite? For example, this property does have an integrated shower behind the door there as well. And then again, we're looking, is it a wet wall finish? Is it fully tiled? All of those aspects are going to play into the final valuation that the surveyor places on the property. So at this stage, we've done a tour of the property with the vendor at this point. We've been speaking as we've been going round. We've been able to give them some advice, some tips on upgrade if required. And at this stage, we'd again like to grab 20 minutes, half an hour, just to go through the valuation of the property, but more importantly, just to talk through a range of services as an ESPC members firm that we can offer to any prospective vendor. One of the first things we like to do at this point is just have an understanding, is the client aware of the home report process, and can we give them some further information on that? Once we've been through the home report process, at that point we would like to discuss valuation. If it's a modern 4-bed like we're in today, with plenty of comparable evidence, then we can obviously go through the ESPC members portal, run through those comparables with the client, and give them our thoughts and findings on valuation. Once we've went through the valuation, at that point we'd obviously like to discuss about marketing strategy, and a lot of that is going to depend on, again, when the client's looking to bring the property to market. If the client's ready within, say, a week of the valuation, at that point we get a lot more in detail about the marketing process, what to expect, and the timescales to come to market. If the client's further away with their idea of listing the property, what we might do at that point is, again, just have an idea going forward as to when they list the property, what might the market look like. And again, nobody's ever going to know 100%, but clients do want some kind of understanding as what the market might look like in 3 months' time, 6 months' time, something like that. Again, at that point, it's important as solicitors that we discuss the conveyancing aspect of the property. And again, if we can help them with that process, then even better. As ESPC members firms, we obviously have what we call the one-stop shop, and we can manage the process from start to finish, including the buying process for any potential client. So if you're looking for a free pre-sale valuation in the West Fife and Kinross area, then have a look on espc.com and you can get further information on the website.